Yo, guys, this is the big red pill for you guys that you guys need to understand. It was never about the nuclear, bro. It was never about the nuclear.
Never.
Like, once you guys understand that, everything else makes sense.
War, bro.
Once you guys understand that like the whole nuclear angle is simply a domestic propaganda ploy to garner support, then everything else makes perfect sense, bro. It was never about the nukes, chat. It was never about the nukes. Because if it was about the nukes, Trump had a deal right on February 27th via Oman that would have been better than the JCPOA, and he did not take it. He would have gotten what he wanted with a better deal than Obama, and he would have had their nuclear program in check, and he bombed them anyway. So it was never about the nukes. And that is the biggest red pill that I need you guys to take, because once you take the nuke pill, okay, that it's a facade, right, that their nuclear program and them having a nuke as a facade, everything else becomes like clear. Okay?
Yeah. And another thing to add as well that's important, if it was about the nukes, why would we attack them to make them want to actually get a nuke instead of hedging one? You know, that's the false pretext that we started this war on. But starting a war for the sake of stopping a nuke when they're already at 60%, and knowing that we didn't do anything to actually seize the uranium, which means boots on ground, tells you we're not there for the nukes entirely. We're there for regime change, which is Israel's ultimate goal, so they don't have to worry about that threat in the region anymore. Because if it was for the nukes, well then, like my brother just said, we would have worked out the plan that was offered to us or never sabotaged the initial plan brokered by Barack Obama and the other countries on board, that being the JCPOA, that brought their enrichment down to 3.67%, only enough to power a power plant, which is now what they're saying in their 14-point proposal as phase 2 after they get everything they want from the United States. So we put the ball even further in their court. That's how you know this wasn't for nukes. And Robert Pape and others have said, if there's any time that Iran is going to race to a nuke, it will likely be now, because their sovereignty has never been threatened to this degree. What's the best thing you can do when you're this threatened with your right to self-determination? Get that 60 to 90%. So that's the most dangerous aspect of this. This is why we can't just walk away. The off-ramp must include some sort of nuclear aspect, because we know if we walk away with our backs turned, we're going to face them again. And at this time, it's going to be a different foe. It's going to be a first world power with a nuke. China and Russia all over it, back behind it as well.